Okay, we're recording now. Okay, so you guys, just want to welcome y'all all to our Sunday night call, our team Zoom, which is one of my favorite things to do. Just helps me stay connected with you guys. It helps me stay on top of things with training and what have you. And so I'm not going to keep us on too long tonight, just since I did that Facebook Discover Arbonne. And that will be, you know, in that group for 2 weeks. So if you've got friends that need to hear the business that maybe are just obsessed with living for the weekend, then get them added to that so they can take a peek at the business side of it. But I am just going to talk just a few minutes about, just because we're kind of keeping up with the success principles and on how to get from where you are to where you want to be. And then after I get finished with that, then Sharon is going to have Shantae train with us just for a few minutes, because she is blowing it up this month, her and Holly, and just super proud of them. And I just always think, you know, when you hear from people that are in massive momentum, that are working so hard, I always think, you know, what are they doing? And I want to know exactly what they're doing. Which kind of goes so hand in hand, which I'm sure what they're going to train on just a little bit. But it's this is it, you guys. Principle 13, take action. Right? So we can hope, we can wish, we can set goals, we can do all of this, right? But if we don't take action, nothing happens. We don't get any further than just having a vision board or a dream board or whatever. We have to take action. And so it says, things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. And that's an Abraham Lincoln quote. But, you know, we always joke in this business, and like, while you're thinking about starting Arbonne, somebody else done sponsored your grandma. They are, right? There's somebody that's hustling, that's wanting to do it, that's wanting to go, that's wanting to move. And, you know, and if we wait until we know everything about the products, until we know everything about the compensation plan, until we know everything about the policy and procedure manual, which is so funny because Whitney's on here and she was asking me something about that, something that's in the policy procedure manual. And I'm like, I have no idea. Like, I have no idea. I've never heard that. I've never read that. I don't know what you're talking about. Something about the way we're supposed to post on social media with a certain font. And I'm like, what? And she goes, it's in the policy and procedure manual. And I'm like, I have no idea. I'm like, apparently I'm not using the right font, but just post, just get it out there, just take action. It doesn't matter. So the world doesn't pay you for what you know. It pays you for what you do. So if you're sitting home and you're studying how to get the perfect close sheet, if you're studying how to get, you know, everything about every ingredient, like, y'all, I've been in Arbonne 10.5 years. I don't know every ingredient, every product, or how it works. I'm like, I joke all the time. I'm like, hashtag not a chemist. I don't care. I don't know because I don't need to know. And that's a great question if somebody asks that. But for me, I just know I need to get it on their skin. That's it. I just know I need to book the party, get in front of the people and show them the products. I know that these are the most amazing products, but I don't spend a lot of time studying what it is. And so, like with our new lines, I'm just going to be really honest that the new stuff, I'm like, I've got like 1 or 2 things for each thing. And I'm like, I'm like, they're like, what makes this one so much better than the other one? And I'm like, I know it's got like stem cells from oranges, but other than that, y'all, look, look at this. It works. I'm not spending a lot of time figuring out what's in it or why it's different or whatever. Like, I don't have time for that. I just want to get out there and be excited about how amazing it is. So you got to take action. To be successful, you have to do what successful people do. And successful people are highly action-oriented. They're not highly sitting-oriented. They're not highly goal planning, goal, dreaming. They're goal action. We have to take action. Nothing happens until you take action. I can meal plan, I can meal prep, I can know all the ins and outs of 30 days. But if I don't take action and start day one, nothing happens. Okay. Um, so if your ship doesn't come in, swim out to meet it. Right. And I, 10 and a half years in, there's been so many times I'm like, why is it such a struggle to hit this and do this and, whatever. He never promised it was going to be easy. He just promised me it was going to be worth it. Right. And so what did I learn during that struggle? What did I learn from that hardship? Go swim out to the boat. Don't wait on it. In most cases, the sooner the better, right? Don't wait. And I love this. One of the universal truths in life is how you do anything is how you do everything. And, I remember that from nursing when we had to learn sterile technique, and that's something that sterile technique is, you're scrubbing up and you can't touch all these other things, but like you got to know. Like somebody may not know if you touch something that's unsterile, right? But you in your heart know where that sterile field is, and if you touch something, you got to go, I'm contaminated, right? So I can remember being like in a delivery or in the middle of a C-section or something, and you may have touched something outside the field, and like they may not have seen it, but you had to, just because of ethics, go, whoa, that glove's unsterile. Somebody come put a new glove on me, right in the middle of that. And you didn't want to, you may not have wanted to go, oh, I'm unsterile, but you had to. And so that's your work ethic. So how you do anything is how you do everything. And so are you going to be, following up with your clients? Are you going to be showing your business partners how to do this business? So it's time to stop holding yourself back and just go for the gold. Okay. We can, talk ourselves into things, and we can talk ourselves out of things so quickly. And with talking ourselves out of things, we can talk ourselves out of, well, I don't want to book that ultrasound party until I know every in and out of that ultrasound device, and I know how it's going to work, and I know what clothes sheet to take, and I know how the sales tax is, and all these package deals that I can offer. And we can talk ourselves out of it, because we can be like, whoa, I need to study more. I need to figure all this out before I book that. But you gotta just go full force into it. I joke all the time. I'm like, you guys, we're not running codes. We're not saving lives. I mean, we are saving lives, but we're not truly in the full means of saving lives here. Okay. You just gotta go. You just gotta do. This is not rocket science. You just got to know that you got a desire in your heart to go forward and to move. Success is 10% inspiration and 90% perspiration. Okay. So you can be inspired and you be all excited about this amazing business, and you can set your goal as district manager, area manager, RVP or MVP or whatever. But 90% of that, you guys, is just doing the do. And doing the do is what happens behind the scenes when people don't see how many calls that you made, how many texts that you sent out. I mean, I sent out 50 text messages to get 2 bookings, right? People just not got 2 bookings, right? So successful people have a bias for action. They're antsy to get going, right? They're like, I need to do this, and I don't know all the details, but I'm just going to go. I'm just going to do. The most important thing is just to get started, to get in the game, to get on the playing field. Once you do, you will start to get feedback and the correction you need to be more successful. And so I have a friend that was doing a makeup party this weekend. She's just like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, Holly, if she's on here, I was like, just be you. You do you. I can do a makeup party my way, but you're going to do it your way. The main important thing, since we sell, we schedule, we sponsor, that's it. Just put the products out, help people pick out their colors, and you do you. There's not we're not Stepford wives. You got to find your vibe and how you relate and react with people. Once you're in action, you will start learning at a much more rapid rate. So, once you get in, once your feet are on the fire, then you figure out, oh, every party, and I still do this. Oh, maybe I should have done that. Maybe I should have said that. Maybe I can do this a little bit better next time, right? We're always growing and learning and figuring out how I can do it better the next time. Let's see. So basically it says, quit waiting. It's time to quit waiting for perfection, inspiration, permission, reassurance, someone to change, the right person to come along, the kids to leave home, this one, a more favorable horoscope, the new administration to take over, an absence of risk, someone to discover you, a clear set of instructions, more self-confidence, the pain to go on, the pain to go away. Just get on with it already, okay? Quit waiting for the perfect circumstances. Just do it now. And so the best thing we can say is fail forward, you know, because if you fail, you're succeeding because you're trying. No man ever became great or good except through many and great mistakes. And I will tell you, 10.5 years in, Sharon and I have done some doozies. I can promise you that if there's been a mistake, we've made it. We've made it. We've learned from it. We've grown. We've become better. Many people fail to take action because they're afraid to fail. And so if you just know that, yeah, I'm going to mess up, it's totally okay, because half the people are still sitting over there wishing away their weekend, right? And I'm over here doing action. Let's see. I think that's pretty much the biggest thing that I had to take or to train on tonight was just take action, just do it. So Sharon and I had the opportunity to have dinner tonight, and I wanted her to speak just for a few minutes and then have Shantae just, you know, share with us, because she is just, she's taking action. She's taking names and kicking booty. So just super proud of her and Holly for their team that they're growing, just their momentum, their excitement. And so Sharon, if you will just take it away, I would appreciate it.
Yes, certainly. Well, I have the privilege and honor of introducing Shantae. And just, you know, also a shout out to her because she earned the ASCP challenge where you find 4 detoxers before May 14th. Some of you guys came so close. And then also she's already earned her district manager bonus. And then I do want to give a shout out to Holly too, because last month she was the first one on the table earning hers too. And she's just a couple of $100 shy right now. So these 2 rock stars are blowing it out of the water. Holly is finishing up area manager this month, and Shantae is getting in qualification. So they're both going to be one level from the Mercedes, one level, and we will have this sealed up and be driving Mercedes by the fall. So it's coming, big things are happening. And also what I love about Shantae, I mean, like, she is so amazing here, and Holly too, both of them are. I've had the privilege and honor of working with both of them, and they're so coachable. Like, they, you know, they were willing to let me show them over and over on how to do something. You know, to become a professional athlete, it takes 10,000 hours of practice time. And I feel like Jeannie and I both feel like we have put in our 10,000 hours because we have done so many parties over and over, like she said, tweaking it. And we've listened to thousands of professionals who were top salespeople, and we've taken their training tips and incorporated it into our parties. And so we want to pass that along to you to save you some heartache of not getting where you want to go as fast as you want to go. And so, you know, both of them are getting, you know, $800, $600 paychecks already right when they were getting started. So guys, if you want that kind of paycheck, all you got to do is lock arms with your sponsor, drag her to everything, sit at her and listen to what she says, and just learn how to repeat all of that. So without further ado, I want to let Shantae take it away and share what she's been learning along the way. So take it away, Shantae.
Wow, that was some introduction. Thank you. That was great. I mean, I knew, but I didn't know. So just a little bit about myself. I am married, been married 10 years. I served 11 years in the Marine Corps. And I didn't have enough time with my kids. My kids have been in daycare since they were 6 weeks old. And so last year I just kind of prayed on it and I walked away from the military. I could have stayed 9 more years. That would have been 9 more summers. I would have missed with my kids and had the retirement check. It would have come nowhere close to what I could be making in Arbonne. But I just decided that I wanted to be a present mom. The time was here. The time is now. They deserve their mom. And so I am I'm not a single mom, but I am a stay-at-home mom now. So life has been really good. I'm a full-time student and I just really work hard. I got introduced to the business in January of this year, and it's just been really amazing. And one thing Sharon talked about is being coachable. I locked arms with Sharon and Holly, and they have what I wanted. So in order for me to get that Mercedes, because that's always been my dream from like day one, I've always wanted the Mercedes. In order for me to get that Mercedes, I needed to be with people who had the Mercedes or people who wanted to get their Mercedes. I know that everyone's different and we have different goals, but I had a goal. And so I needed to set myself up with people who would help me reach that goal. And so it's very important being coachable. It's very important locking arms with your sponsor just to ensure that you're getting to where you want to go. I took some notes, so I'm going to look at them. It was just important. I want the Mercedes. Sharon had the Mercedes. That was easy for me. Lock arms with Sharon, get the Mercedes, and then help somebody else get the Mercedes. The second thing that helps me be so successful is my attitude. One thing that I hear in this business all the time is no. No has never killed me. People say no to me all the time. I go to the grocery store, I ask them if they have something. They say no, they don't. Life keeps moving. So I remain positive because I know no is not going to break me down. No is not going to kill me. Hearing no is not going to stop me from accomplishing my goals. I was reading a book on something and it talked about how great people become great. Great people become great because they're not failed to fail. I mean, they're not scared to fail. When you're scared to fail, when you're scared to hear the word no, then you're not going to become great. You're going to be just like everybody else. And not everybody is going to be great. And we know everybody is not going to be great because no breaks people down. But for me, I wanted the Mercedes, so no doesn't matter. 2, I set goals like you would not believe. It's crazy. Beginning of the month, I talked to Sharon about where I need to be to get to my next level because I'm always wanting to move forward. I don't ever want to be stagnant. And so she tells me where I need to be. And then I set weekly goals aside from what she says. I have weekly goals. I put them up every week, every week after the meeting. I put them up. And so I'm able to cross them off during the week. Okay, so this week was 4 ASVPs and 6 PC six preferred clients with $150 worth. So I'm able to like knock those off. This week I got 4 ASVPs on Monday. So I was able to knock that off on Monday and then only worry about 2 more preferred clients. And that was amazing to me. So I set goals like crazy. Another thing I do is I set team goals. I don't ever want to be the type of leader to lead and then my team is 5 and 6 steps behind. I want them to be right there with me because I want their success to be my success and vice versa. So I set team goals and I'm able to knock their goals off when they hit it. So even if they don't see it, even if they don't write it, I know where they're at. And this just helps me in my business. And so I know this is how I'm going to get my Mercedes, y'all. And so I want to make sure that they're hitting their goals. So when they get a team, they can write down their team goals and they're making sure that they're bringing people up on the ladder. The last thing that I do is I book my calendar. There's no secret. I put what's important to me on my calendar first. That goes in pen. That means it can't be changed, it can't be erased. I'm not moving my schedule around for something else. This is what's on my calendar. They go on pen. That's my family. My family and my church life goes on my calendar first. I started this business because I wanted to be a present mom. There's no sense for me to put their events on my calendar and then not be able to make it because I have something to do with Arbonne. And so after their events go on my calendar, it's free game. I like to keep between 3 to 4 parties a week because that's going to give me the goal that I need. The more I get in front of people, the more I can put the product on them, I can let them taste it, and the more that I build belief in them. And so I don't walk out the house without my calendar or my catalog because I don't know who I'm going to meet in the street. And so I want to make sure that I'm given every opportunity for them to do the business. My new business partner, I met her in the car line. I walked into school to go to the bathroom, and we had talked before, but I went up to her car and I said, "Hey, what are you doing this summer?" And she was like, "Nothing." I was like, "I got a job for you." And like, just like that, she's already like blowing it out the water. But I want to make sure that I'm giving everybody myself. I don't want to give people something that's not real. I don't want to be like Sharon in this business in the way that she presents to her clients, because Sharon is Sharon. And I'm Shantae. I just have a certain swag about me that people enjoy. And so I understand that about people. I understand that we have to meet people where they are. And I'm just so grateful for this opportunity. I'm so grateful to be in the position that I am, because a couple of years ago, I was like pulling my hair out, trying to figure out how I was going to be with my kids. And now I can do that. And not to mention, I get to be with some of the most amazing people in the world. And I just love it. I just love this business. I love the realness of this business. And it's very simple. It's not very hard. It's hard. It's not very hard at all. I tell people all the time. It's so easy. You just have to be willing, break down those barriers, become coachable, change your attitude, set some goals, and book your calendar. That's it.
That was awesome. Thank you, Shantae.
Oh my God, keep talking. I want to listen to you all night. She's like my sister right there.
we have so much fun at our parties. It's just, we find ourselves staying there till 10 o'clock by accident because we're having so much fun together. So absolutely. Last night, or what was it, last night? We were in cabin at 10. It was like 10:10. And I was like, oh, we got to go home.
Yeah. I tell you, one thing that I picked up, well, a couple of things, but one thing that really like stood out for me is that she learned something really early on that I wished I would have learned, and that was you be you. And, you know, I joke all the time that, you know, I was kind of sandwiched in between Sharon and Sarah, who had two totally different personalities. And I would be like, I'm not organized like her. You know, I'm not like just goal oriented like her. You know, I'm this yellow person that's all over the place. And when I was finally able to embrace who I was, who my gifts are, and that I'm not going to be like anyone else. And I love when she said that, you know, like, I'm not Sharon, I'm Shantae. You know, I got my own swag. And I felt that, you know, just like it was such a breath of fresh air in that, you know, God's going to bring the right people to your team because of your personality, your traits, and who you are, and all that. So you can't be somebody else. You just gotta be, you do you. I think they even said that at GTC, just you do you, and then it will all fall into place. And so just, I loved hearing that. I love you sharing with us tonight, and just so super proud of you and the team that you're growing, and that you've also learned early on, you know, it's not about me. You know, it's about bringing people with me. So those were some huge things that just kind of stood out to me as you were speaking, but I could listen to you all night. So thank you so much for sharing. And you guys, Sharon and I are so proud of y'all. We just are so blessed and cannot just wait to see you just walking into who you're supposed to be. So thank you so much. So Sharon, you got anything else? We're good. All right. Peace out. I've been saying peace out, Girl Scouts. So we're gonna pop off here, but thank y'all for tuning in or watching the recording. Mwah. Love y'all. So talk to you later.